Hello and welcome to the newest installment in the what was technically the Spin Tie series, which for reasons of complicated, I think, legal issues, is no longer called Spin Tires. It's now Mud Runner for the first sequel and now SnowRunner for the second sequel. Basically, mostly the same kind of stuff, you know the stuff, truck, mud, in this case also snow and ice. Go and have fun, really. This time around they've tried to actually make it into a game, however, which is an interesting decision. Not one you would usually expect from them, but certainly that turns out to be the case. I'm not very good at the controls, as you can see here. I suspect we will go... Yeah, why don't we just nip off in here? Why don't we live life a little, take up this big old truck down this rickety old bridge. Because... yeah, I was about to say, what can go wrong? Well, literally, I don't really fit on it, I think, so yes. Can we? Nope, we don't fit onto this bridge, so fuck it, we are not crossing over here. Bridge doesn't want me, well guess what, I ain't no bridge troll, motherfuckers, so off we go. Round the long way, onto hard standing anyway, better. You know, I didn't really want to go that way. Indeed, so biggest change... As far as I can tell, we're no longer in Russia. I'm very disappointed about this. I liked the Russian side. It was nice. It was wonderful. Hang on. I can twiddle a knob here and make myself a little bit different. There we go. Oh, no. Hang on. That twiddled it too much one way. Also, could we bring up you? Yeah, see. There we go. Hello. There we are. Beautiful now. No, we're going quite high, don't we? Yes, we are. There we are. Beautiful. Sexy beast I am. Indeed, so we are off, going into the mountains. Now we're going to recover some drilling part. Oi oi. Indeed, so I hope everybody's doing well. Nobody has died. Nobody you know have died. On Monday, I knew 2 people who had somebody die. That wasn't fun. Only one related to Corona though, the other one, heart attack. So, yes, we will crack on here in the lockdown, quarantine, self-isolation, whatever we call it. Staying at home. I made sausage rolls literally just now, took them out of the oven about 5 minutes ago. They look delicious. So keep yourself entertained, keep yourself being safe and sensible. Don't go off and do stupid things, and just don't kill yourself. Meanwhile, we're going to do mud and snow. Probably not so much snow, we're just going to stay with the muddy part now. There is a part here, and yes, it's right here. Yes, it's technically blocking my way. But I'm not going to get it now, because I would have to carry it up the hill, and I also sort of want to try and do some scouting. Yes, in my flatbed truck we're doing scouting, that's right. That's the kind of person I am. I am YOLOing this, because we're just going to climb the hill. Maybe we can even just nib it into standard auto and just let it climb the mountain. Oh yeah, boyo. We are climbing this mountain into the rocky sides. It's gorgeous, this. Absolutely gorgeous. They have come on leaps and bounds in terms of the graphics ever since Focus Interactive got themselves involved with this, rather than the old publisher, which was apparently a bit of a shit show, as I already mentioned. So let's not dive into that, because... Oh, there's a flag up there. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's a good thing. Can I technically get up there? Can I use my crane to grab that? I don't know. But I think once we've unlocked this point, we're probably going to try and give that a go. Can I go up onto... Can I go onto the stones? I think if I had my small truck, I could climb onto the stones, but I brought my big truck. Because... You know, yes, meteorology data discovered. Is that what we found on the hillside? No, what we found hasn't been marked. There's this thing over there. You are a scout flatbed, which makes no sense to me whatsoever, but there's a mission down here. That's what we discovered. Now we need to go back in, try and recover that part, drop it off back there where we were. All is happy as Larry. Well, hopefully anyway. We have got that marker right over there for no good reason. We'll just try and get you turned around and climb back down the way we came, because I don't feel like going off the mountain, because my truck's probably going to explode into 70,000 pieces. I don't feel comfortable trying to mountain climb in this, but I want to get those barrels. I have no idea what they are, and that intrigues me. So we should just come down back off the mountain, and then we shall be... Oh, we came down hard. Yeah. If I had Tinder, that's what I'd put on it. I'd go down hard. Hashtag joke. I think that's what you do on Tinder. I'm not familiar with that app. I don't do that because social media and me don't go together. I'm one of those people. Climb, you bitch! I wouldn't put that on my Tinder. Let's just say it like that. We'll just climb the mountain. Beautiful driving by me. Handbrake on, just turn that off. I don't know if it matters in terms of fuel consumption. I just do it because it seems like a sensible thing to do. Activate my anchors, because I'm a right old anchor, me. Just extend the crane. We'll grab onto you. Lift, lift, lift. Now we need to, technically not really lift anymore. We need to raise you up here. Oh, that's not, is that what we need to do? Well, this is what we need to do. It just takes a wee bit of a while getting used to crane stuff, but really, quite frankly, any game that has crane mechanics, I am game, because, oh yes, it's great. Who doesn't like playing with cranes? I mean, you have to be incredibly uninteresting as a person if you don't find, ooh, crane funny. So detach, now we just got to you. Can we just bring you down here, and boom, there we go. No point really collapsing the crane into actual mode. It doesn't really make any difference. What we can do, however, is pack the cargo, because I'm running with a flatbed. I just find it easier when you're using the crane, certainly with certain... we are in low mode. Yeah, certainly in certain cargo types, like containers and such. This is just a box, it wasn't that difficult. But with certain types of cargo that you can transport, it is slightly easier if you have a flatbed rather than a drop side. I did something I wasn't supposed to do there, and I got away with it, and I feel like that's wrong. But I think what we're going to do here is we're going to... This is quite annoying, actually. I could probably just have nudged it down, but I think I can do it here. By stopping and then just reversing just right up here. See, the thing about crane work is, as I have worked with lorry drivers who have used cranes, and they told me in no uncertain terms, pretty much one of the first things, presumably they know because people suggest these things, you can't use a crane forward of its mounting point. A crane can only be operated behind itself. So anything, in terms of my mouth, anything up here is pretty much a no-go. See, that's an interesting fact that most people don't really consider when they do these things, because it kind of topbles over. Not as bad in this, because we have got a bit more room, but certainly on a European type lorry where you have like a flat front, it's far too far forward mounted, and it's just going to be a bunch of pain for you and everybody else around you, because you don't want to topple over if you're doing crane stuff, do you? No, you don't. I don't, and I'm just doing a video game. So imagine if my occupational pride depended on this. We'll just bring you back on. So you're gorgeous in it. Oh, oops, that wasn't the button I wanted. Let's just get it positioned nice and lovely here. Let's rotate you down. Just lower, 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 lower. Beautiful. And can we just get you in right here, yeah? Brilliant, that's what we want. Out we go. Activate the anchor, pack up my cargo, release the handbrake. Off we go! Look at this! I'm a truck driver, me. Virtually, anyway, not in real life. See, this is why I'm not a real life truck driver, because real life truck drivers don't tend to get themselves stuck on small trees like this. Also, they tend to not try and mount bridges they can't fit on. So we will just try and discreetly go around, but I feel like we're just gonna be trying to dig our way into China here, and well, we know. I don't know when I'm going to put out this video, but certainly, we all know, I think the latest information we have from the cleverest man in the world, the President of the United States, that he has evidence that the virus originated in a lab in Wuhan. So obviously that's why we shouldn't try and dig down to China. Oh no, China! Because that's how he says it, because he's an idiot who... I mean, let's be positive. Let's try and be nice and happy and positive, because everything is on fire and I don't enjoy that. We'll just meanwhile try and nip around here. Yeah, that's suspension. I mean, it's an old truck. It's just got leaf suspension anyway. You're not going to notice if it fails, are you? I mean, even with all this weight on it, you know, it's better with a collapsed suspension, right? Right? I mean, also, like, who secured this load? Like, why are you crossing them over? That's just stupid. You shouldn't do that. If you want to do anything, you run straps from the back to the front because you hold it on to moving backward and forwards. This is just... This doesn't achieve anything at all. Like, okay, if it was, say, like a pipe thing, I could see it. But this just seems to be stupid in every way possible. Like, technically, I could be holding it all on if I wanted to secure lateral movement. I could just hook it onto the crane, even though, you know, technically the crane is supposed to be stowed down to the side, but no lorry driver seems to really do that. So I don't do it either, because why would I do it in the game? I'm not. The reason why you secure it in the real world, as I have seen with my own two eyes, is that there can be a slight fault in the system, or you can forget to shut it off and the crane will sort of erect itself, if we use a humorous term, without you knowing. This is a problem if you come to a bridge, or as we have here, electrical cables, or whatever it is running on top, because the crane will elevate itself and then it will impact it. I have seen this happen on the motorway. It's not good for the lorry, let me just put it that way. It's significantly bad for the lorry to do so. So we're not going to be doing that. And we will just drop this off here. We will get paid. We did not upgrade. But we have got barrels littered all over. What can we do? I mean, this technically, where's that being dropped off? Is that just being recovered, but not to anywhere particularly? Are we only supposed to kick them, so only just move them? Ah, that seems a bit double, doesn't it? What else can we do? We've got a stuck trailer. That's all the way over there. No. Down scout truck. I've tried that. That's not gone well. We've got a wooden bridge where we need to deliver wooden planks to. Now that's here. But we need to take it from here to... I mean, that is a short run there. But I feel like that is slightly what they want me to think. So probably it won't be as easy as I think it will be. With a missing oil tank. Where is that? Do we know? That's over here somewhere. Question is, what kind of tank trailer is it? Because if it's not one, it appears here to be one with like a dolly on it, but I'm not sure it is. It is, because it's showing here, and I believe those icons actually apply. Yeah, you can see here that's a different form of trailer. I think we have a fuel trailer sitting around here. Yeah, okay, so it does show the type of trailer it is, so yes. We can indeed hook that up, so let's do that. You, to you, to you, to you. And then we'll just kind of take it from there, because we might as well, you know, be a bit sensible about this and circumspect. Right, see, now we have a problem here with the crane. So, active crane mode. Oh, we'll try and go down for that. I shouldn't. Can we just... There we go. See, now it's stowed away. This is perfectly safe. Any actual lorry driver with a crane certificate isn't shitting themselves right now going, "You're a fucking idiot, don't you ever do this." But what do I say? There's a fucking pandemic going on. Everything else is burning down. YOLO, motherfuckers. Let's live life, shall we? Let's drive with the crane not safely stowed in transport mode, because that really is how you live life. Am I right, everyone? So yes, we're in America now. We've got American marks. This is an international, I think. Is it? Yeah, it's an old international. Not an international IH. No, it's far later than that. It's just an international. It's nice, it's good. This is basically the only usable truck you have at this point, because it's the only one with four-wheel drive and a diff lock. Which, when you're going off... Oh, hang on, see. Now, this is what we do, is we go down to you, and we start tracking, because that tells us everything we need to know. Yes, indeed, we've got lovely signs in... Oh dear, I think that's in Comic Sans. Have they done that just to annoy people? I feel like they have, so I'm not going to make a comment, because, yes. That's not the kind of person I am. However, everything seems to have kicked off in the gaming world, certainly the gaming world I'm interested in. We've got the Mac Anthem out for American Truck Simulator, which is absolutely gorgeous. That is a very well done model. I'm not a fan of the International Lone Star they put in. I just don't think it's particularly pretty. The Mac certainly has a unique look to it. I kind of like it, but I don't super love it. But I think it looks great, lovely interior, and it's nice. So that's the pretty much by the by, really. There we go, as usual, as you come to expect on this channel. Indeed we do. Pop it into all-wheel drive here just to be safe. We've got 112 operator out, which is the most stressful thing, which is exactly kind of what we need these days to just keep our minds fresh. Which I have been playing, might do a video on it, but it's basically me being probably very quiet and being very stressful and going arg, 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 I don't know what to do. And then having to make decisions pretty quickly, which is good, again, you know, when we're kind of all stuck at home, we're not really anything to do, no work, anything like that for some of us. I'm one of those. So it's good to have a bit of critical thinking, quick decision making, just to keep the mind sharp as it was. This kind of helps too, because you have to be not an idiot with your driving, like I am, where I'm just incurring a little bit of damage every now and then. And here comes... Here we go. Is it technically fully loaded? And what is it? Is it... I think it's a dolly trailer, which makes me happy. Also because, you know, saying it's a dolly is funny, because dolly, that sounds like something else. We'll just try and see if we can't go in here. Certainly, you know, it's good we found something for them to do after they were banned in Formula 1, am I right? Am I right? That's a joke from 2016? And they banned grid girls in Formula 1? God, I should update my repertoire. Yeah, we should try and see if we can make it through this. No, I don't think we are. I think now we are about to do the winch. Do we have anything sturdy? Yes, we do. So we're going to do the trick of using the rear winch to just pull us sideways here a bit. That did absolutely jack shit, so we're going to use side winch onto this tree, but I suspect it's... yeah, it was one of those tiny little pointless trees, really. Anything else? Okay, you over here, so reverse gear we are. Now we're just going to try and see if we can just get over here and then use sort of like the boundary areas to just go around, console, back into low, forward, come on! I mean, there is a first person mode, and I suppose I could try and use my wheel, but I don't know, in fairness, if this has track IR support. If it doesn't, really, what is the point? And also, I feel like this is sort of designed to be played with a controller. We'll just see if we can... There we go, see, I'm a beast. I'm a beast. I'm a beast. I'm a really, really big beast. And that's not... Was that Alanis Morissette who said, like, I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a fighter, I'm a mother, or whatever it was? Again, this is 90s stuff. Why am I referencing 90s stuff on YouTube? You guys have... This isn't what YouTube do, is it? It's supposed to, you know, be about dabbing and that weird dance thing that you do that I don't know what is. That's apparently very popular. Oh, and Fortnite too. I should be doing Fortnite, but I just... As far as YouTube's concerned, I'm an old man. I shouldn't be doing this stuff because I'm, you know, I'm going to be 30 this year. YouTube, they expect like 30-year-olds to be having children and such, not playing stupid video games and making stupid references. I feel like I've got myself wedged next to the road right now. That is quite something I've done here, which is get myself stuck not on the road but immediately next to it. And also, I really fucking hope I can use that trailer for fuel, because I'm going to be very low on fuel. But yes, just, oh dear. It might be a bit muddy here is what we can conclude. We just kind of have to winch our way along. Just try out here and see. I mean, this is just, oh dear, this is absolutely filthier than Harvey Weinstein's porn folder, isn't it? Christ. You have to be careful with who you make those jokes, because there are other people I could have made it about, but that would have been profoundly disturbing. As far as I'm aware, he only sexually abused women who were of age. Certain other people that I could be making these jokes about didn't. So we're just going to avoid them. They are, shall we say, the elephant in the room that we don't talk about. And sometimes I wonder how I end up in these places when I do videos, because this is just a stream of consciousness, really. Like, I'm just talking, and then sometimes even I am surprised about what comes out of my mouth. I'm just letting all of that do its own thing. And thankfully, very little racist and homophobic stuff comes out of my mouth these days, which is good. We should be happy about that. Certainly in a public forum, that is for the best. Oh, can this be like a mutually beneficial relationship, this? Like, can you actually pull me sort of good and true as well here? Because I feel like this might actually be a sensible decision I've done. Just bring yourself a bit closer, can we? Like, can we just hook you up here? Okay, disregard this. Just cancel this. Ah, we're not quite there. But also, we are completely mired here, so we're going to try something else. You to you. We're just going to try and pull ourselves back out of this mess. We're also kind of wedged on... No, we're not really wedged on a log back there. It looked like we were, but we're not. Anyway, you... Oh. There we go. Now we... Oh, wrong thing. You to you. And just pull each other here and see if these does the job. Come on. You're connected now. Refuel from... Oh, this is gorgeous. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that, if that gives me a penalty, but I feel like a penalty of, you know, running out of fuel is significantly worse than any other penalty I could incur. Let's see here if we can now try and just put ourselves in a better position here, because we need to put ourselves back and reposition so that we can move forwards here. You see, we now get movement in the form of, admittedly, just a few centimetres, but it's a few centimetres of movement that we hadn't had before. So that's a positive in some respect. And see, now we are moving ourselves forward here. You have to get creative with a winch, because you can kind of winch yourself in different directions and it all kind of helps out in the end. At least we're not going to run out of fuel. That's a positive here. This is a tiny tree, isn't it? No, this is actually quite a sizable down tree that we can use to pull ourselves over here. See? See the progress. See, this is the shit, innit? Just disconnect from this, and then, you know, as soon as the trailer tries to climb... Hang on, why has that got a red marking on the front? Surely that should be white when you're at the hitch point, because that's always going to be pointing forwards. So logically, I'd want that to be white, because the point of it making it red is that it's sort of on the back. But maybe I'm just applying logic to something that logic doesn't really work on, certainly not in that respect. That could be the case. Wouldn't be the first thing that's a tiny tree, it's just going to give in. Yeah, it's a pathetic little tree, that. Let's just see if we can pull ourselves over and forwards a bit as we go. So, you know, I think we might have to start using the trailer as a hitch point here, or a winch point. You can winch yourself to a giant fuck-off tree. Maybe... Nope, that was a small tree. See, it's a bit dickish like that, because it'll slow a tiny tree. Slow a tiny tree? No, it'll show like a tiny tree as being a hitch point right next to a massive tree. And somehow I end up using the small tree every time, because I'm an idiot. As we've have like almost 10 fucking years of experience on YouTube with now. I feel like we are actually approaching 10 years here in early May, so indeed it is. I should, like, if I'd thought things through, I would have done like a 10-year anniversary thing, but I haven't. So yes, that may be coming, because I've just realised I think it's like the 10th of May, I think, is my 10-year YouTube anniversary. And that's a thing. Don't know if I should celebrate that or not. Also, now we're kind of running out of winch points. Because, yeah, you to this tree. I mean, hopefully this will help me forwards, right? Like, this is moving forward in a sort of manner. Like, all I really have to do is winch myself forward enough to get within range of a new sturdy winch point. Which, in fact, I don't think's happened. That looks quite sturdy, though. That's like a big down tree. Okay, that's just putting too much sideways action here, so you can just reach. Wow. So, you know, just got to use that and then just try and put ourselves forward without turning it over. So, like, right there, we have to drop it. It's going to be nice when we're out of this absolute miry shithole of a place. This apparently is Michigan, so if you've been to Michigan, if you're from Michigan, let me know if this is anything like it. And also, I think Michigan isn't that the place where they're kind of trying to do a coup, which isn't going spectacularly well, I think. I feel like that's going to lead to a lot more troubles than it causes. But hey-ho, who am I to decide what stupid Americans do, eh? Yeah. Yeah, see, now what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to detach the trailer. Now I'm going to have to try and get myself out of this mess. Once that's happened, I can go ahead and try and hook myself back up. Like, that tree right over there is tantalisingly close. Can we... hang on. Can I... if we raise this up, can I extend this? Or has it been set up so it's from the centre of the vehicle, not from the winch point? Oh, I think what they've done quite cleverly, and I would say correctly too, is set it up so you can't use this as a winch point. This only connects up to cargo. You can't use it as a proper winch point for your stuff in these situations. So we'll just go ahead and lower you back down onto this. And then we will have to try and dig ourselves out. We have indeed detached the trailer. And we're not going to run out of fuel. Our truck's not too severely damaged for this, so it's, you know, in terms of that, it's not going to be the end of the world. No, see, these trees are too small. They just snap. It's almost like they're twigs. Because, see, I've gotten myself really stuck here, like, this is super stuck. But maybe if we do the rear winch point here, yes! Ooh, baby's got back. Because I can winch myself off the back with no problem whatsoever. Can I just pull you with us? Like, this isn't brilliant really, but if we can just get you winched up here, because I feel like I would be within reach now. Like, are you at a point where you will... like, yes, you are beautiful. So you should now be within easy reach of that tree. Yeah, boy. See, here we go. Again, if this is your idea of fun, I feel like you already know about this game, so I don't really have to sell it to you. And if this isn't your idea of fun, then really, you know, hopefully you enjoy watching it, because otherwise you've been watching this for some time now. I've been recording for 30 minutes, and I'm pretty sure this is just one of those unedited things that I don't really bother doing anything to, because really, frankly, I've just been talking nonsense throughout the duration of this, and it seems to have gone quite well so far. I haven't said anything too offensive to people, unless you're an idiot, in which case I'm not really sorry. You know? Even then, it's good some people do offend. I really do think it's good, depending on how you do it. Like, some people do it deliberately to, you know, provoke thought and push limits and boundaries and such, and that's good. We should always encourage that, because it makes us think about things. Like, sometimes it's nice to be offended, because it means you're considering a standpoint, and if you take offence to it, that probably means you've thought about your own point of view and you haven't just gotten offended for the sake of getting offended, which some people do. It always confused me at the time why so many people tuned in to watch Top Gear's show so they could get offended about the things they said or did. Because, you know, they said things to just offend those people because they would get into the papers, and hey, guess what? When Top Gear makes a headline, that's free publicity. I feel like some people are too stupid sometimes. Anyway, we will crack on here. Where's this going? It's going to the fuel station, which I will say does make sense. I mean, we could have taken it that way, which would have been quicker, but in my defence, too fucking soggy. We'll just ride it around that road here, just around on the asphalt road. Fuel consumption, not really a problem, given the fact that I'm carrying a fuckload of fuel on my back here. Like, we good. We may be thirsty fuckers in these things, but we're not going to be thirsty fuckers that don't have any fuel in our cars or trucks. I've got messages coming in on my phone, which I should have muted. You fucking bastard. That might be the only edited thing, because I've just made an actual note on paper to remind myself that about 31 minutes into this recording, we need to do some shit. Yeah, we can go that way. We can go off-road a bit longer. This doesn't seem to be a problem for me at all. So we'll just continue here. Yep, trailer, rear end. First person view. It's nice, but what's the point, really? In this, we'll just switch it out of low range. We don't really need to be in low range here. We've got it good. Oh yes, I moved it into the traditional camera view because why wouldn't I? I think I talked about it at the time too. It doesn't make any sense to have a different camera view than this. I don't really care about having the truck incented. That's not what I need to be looking at. I need to be looking at what's going on over here, what's going on over here. If, for example, I'm ramming into something at the front that I need to be aware of, this camera, for the purpose in this game, makes more sense in the traditional manner that you look around. It just is, and I feel like saying that people can't be wrong, except for in this case, where they are just objectively wrong, in my subjective opinion. But still, it's my subjective opinion that they're objectively wrong. That is how this works. We live in a post-truth society. I can say what I want, and that's the truth. I'm merely presenting alternative facts. Why are all my references years out of date? Why are every reference I make years and years out of date? That was many, many, many persons ago in his administration that said that. I mean, that was from his inauguration thing where they photoshopped the crowds to be bigger, and then they denied it, and then when they were called red-handed, they were like, oh yeah, well, we're just presenting alternative facts, and then people can make their decision based on that, because, yeah, I mean, when they're that blatantly lying, you know they're the bad guys. Like, when you can go, yeah, we're lying and we don't care, you're probably a bad guy. That's kind of how it goes. When you're not being truthful, you're probably a cunt. I feel like we need to have, like, a campaign on, like, the media where people go like, yeah, you're a fucking cunt, mate. Don't be a cunt. Nobody likes cunts. Only cunts like cunts. And cunts shouldn't be cunts. Again, I feel like that will work in Australia. Certainly. I mean, that's basically just everything done there. Or you, mate. More than you milk. It's fucking cunt, mate. That's just Australia there. And then obviously something would have to try and kill you in the milk too in order to make it truly Australia. Counterpoint, why haven't Australia been included in this? Because I feel like it would be correct to do it. Like outback shit. It wouldn't perhaps be as hilly. I mean, they do have hills. But like, you could have like really long trucks with many trailers on it. And that would be cool. And like you can get stuck too, because like it rains in Australia too, and when it rains, everything floods because it's Australia, and even fucking everything tries to kill you down there. Like, let's just put it into perspective. Late last year, earlier this year, the fucking nature, all of it just tried to kill everyone down there. Like, just by simply existing, it was just like, nah, fuck it, you're all gonna burn, motherfuckers. It just... Australia's life on hard mode, isn't it? Like, respect to anybody down there, because... Fucking hell. Like, then again, you know, if you're from Russia, life is basically just... You know, impossible mode. That's legendary difficulty, really, in life. Anyway, we are still driving here. We're now on the hard stuff, so we should be right back. We should be dropping off this trailer pretty fucking quick. Once that's done, we will have tea, biscuits. Well, I will try one of my freshly baked sausage rolls. Oh, yeah. Like one of the proper ones with sausage in it, because it's been let to my attention that the British sausage rolls do not have sausage in them, which I feel like is false advertising on many levels, and in fact, I am tremendously happy to have found this out before I had one, because, I mean, the disappointment would have been immeasurable if I found out that I was presented with a sausage roll that contained 0% sausage. Kind of like Pringles, they're not crisps or chips. Depending on where you're from, they're like a potato biscuit, I think, technically, because they're not sliced potatoes, they're sort of like, I mean, that's why they're so weird, basically, because they're not sliced potatoes, they're just potato goo from, like, potatoes that were, like, crushed in transport or something, I don't know. Anyway, something else you might be seeing soon is on the movies, the video game The Movies from about 15 years ago. Because I was talking to a friend yesterday about it, and she played it too, back in the day, and ended up finding it on, like, abandonware, so I installed it, and after a bit of fiddling around, I managed to get it working. Which is happy, because it's a bloody good game, and I've wanted to play it for a very, 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 very long time. Anyway, we have made it entirely back here. We will drop off this trailer, watch it disappear, collect the reward, cheese for that, you legends. And now we will refill this. Apparently it doesn't cost anything. And I think that's it for this video. I hope you very much enjoyed this look at SnowRunner. No snow in this video, just because it's on a different map, really. Wasn't bothered. We are here. Yes. We'll wrap it up here. Hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you very much. Goodbye.